We're talking about the algorithm.
I was going to say,
right?
you're talking about the dreaded A word.
Let's talk about algorithm gate. So
Talk us through it.
We want to really understand, what is the performance of I suppose each individual service advisors that are out there. And the term algorithm kind of got bandied around a bit because we've got so many data points. It was like, how do you kind of pull all of it together? And I had no idea. I have no idea how to build an algorithm. I can't even say, I don't even know what program to start on.
Had you pretended you did?
No.
So it wasn't like,
I didn't
great
trick anyone into thinking I knew what I was talking about.
Didn't you just want to speak to a web developer?
Yeah.
I'd have just gone, I've got no fucking clue how to do this. I'm going to speak to a web developer. This is the problem and this is the solution.
In hindsight, Chris, that would have been the greatest starting point.
But not great content for this podcast.
Yeah, but as a fuck up,
yeah,
that wouldn't have made the story.
No, true.
So what I did was I got an Excel spreadsheet and I put in all these data points. I then tried to add weightings to certain data. So I started doing formulas that added times that by 0.75 and times that by 0.8. And then I needed some help because then I was like, well, I don't really understand these formulas. So then I got some people from finance to come and help me. And they were like, I don't understand what you're trying to do. I was like, well, let's power through together. It'll be fine.
I like this. Yeah. You're a go-getter.
Then there was some people from the customer insights team who, again, they were kind of going, wow, this is getting really complicated. And it kind of got to a point where we had to have a laptop run constantly because every time we opened the file, it was looking up so many different data points that it would crash.
But as you were going through this process, did you think this is going, we're nearly there?
I thought, this is getting really complicated. This is really exciting. I've never done this. I've never done this before. And I started I started writing a paper to explain what it looks like. So over the course of this period, I think 3 people from the finance team left. I think we lost 3 people from the customer insights team. I think 4 or so laptops might have died and crashed. And in reality, if we fast forward to where it is now, there were people in those teams who, if a brief went to them to go, this is what we're trying to do, this is the output we're looking to try and get to, what's the best way of doing it, they would have just come up with what the solution is now, which is a really simple, easy to understand plan that actually, they've got all the skills and they've got all the knowledge and the tools. There isn't an algorithm anymore. That shows how probably far away from the mark we were. It's more of just a case of going, we've got all these data points, there's a little mathematical equation that kind of turns it into a really easy to understand format. And I can't take any credit for where it's ended up because everything that I think I was trying to do was going, that's too complicated. Let's rip that up and give that as someone else.
I quite like the fact that you went at it though.